What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming. So today I want to give you my honest opinion on whether or not I think you should pick up or play Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, which just released this past week for pretty much everything minus Nintendo Switch. Again though, this is not going to be a full review, only because of the fact that I could probably talk all day about Ghostbusters. I'm a huge fan. I grew up with them. And again, I could probably bore you all day long with it. So again, I just want to go ahead and kind of go over, like I said, my general thoughts on the game here. So this game is going to be developed by IllFonic. If you're not familiar with them, they worked on a lot of games like Friday the 13th. They worked on, Predator Hunting Grounds, Arcade-Geddon, more basically, and some more games as well too. Basically those type of games. So if you like the type of games where it's basically Predator versus Prey, where it's one predator against 4 or 5 or what have you, different prey, whether it's camp counselors and such on Friday the 13th or so forth. Again though, or if you're the predator, taking on survivors, etc. Again, it's going to be this particular game is a 1v4 style of game. So you're 4 Ghostbusters and you're 1 ghost. You can basically play with friends, you can play with other players, random players as well here too. But basically one person will be the ghost, and of course the 4 others will be actual Ghostbusters themselves. So in this game though, it kind of starts off, there is a story. So there's a nice little story here. It's nothing nothing drastic, nothing like super deep like you're gonna see in Ghostbusters the video game or nothing like that as well too. But again, it's nice to see people like Ernie Hudson come back to play Winston. Nice to see Dan Aykroyd come back to play Ray. But other than that though, it's kind of only the main characters that's going to be in the game, the returning characters I should say. But there is some new characters like Kat and Eddie as well too. Eddie, who's in charge of equipment and so forth. Again though, there's the new characters that's being introduced into the game as well here too. But there is a little story here, different cutscenes as well. And basically the whole point of the game here is like I said, you're a ghost or a Ghostbusters and you're trying to survive. So there's different jobs that you can do here, but you do start off in the firehouse. And the firehouse is very interactive. I mean, you can literally go downstairs and see in the basement and see the containment unit. You can go upstairs as well to check out the equipment and so forth. And there's the arcade cabinets of like Arcade-Geddon and different ones as well here too. Unfortunately, you can't play those, but again though, it's very interactive to where you can pretty much go around and mess around. You can check out tutorials. You can, like I said, you can go and upgrade your equipment as well here too. But again though, in the firehouse itself, that's going to be your lobby. So in your lobby, you can go and you can match make as well here too. You can customize your Ghostbuster. Now customization is pretty cool. You do have a lot of different suits and stuff, eyewear, accessories, shoes, etc. Basically all the basics, hair and so forth that you can go in, you can customize. One cool thing though too, if you pre-order the game, you do get the different colors and so the variants from the real Ghostbusters cartoon. So me personally, I have picked Peter Venkman, of course, from the real Ghostbusters, his brown classic suit here, to basically be my Buster. So, and I have a backwards hat and everything. So with that being said though, again, basically the firehouse is the lobby. Now you can go over to Ray's Occult, which is Ray's little store he has and all the different movies with the incense and the incense and the actual books and everything as well too. Now there is some interaction with Ray inside his Ray's Occult. Upstairs in the firehouse, you can interact with Winston as well here too. You can interact with Kat downstairs, and you can interact with Eddie as well too. Like I said, kind of helps you with your equipment and so forth as far as upgrading. But again though, Ray's Occult is basically going to be, when you go in there, there is the book and of the ghost realm as well here too, where you can go into and you can basically choose which ghost you want to be. There's 4 main ghosts. If you pre-order the game, you get Slimer as well here too. His skin, I should say, you get Slimer the ghost. But of course, you can go into that little realm and you can start a match in there from the actual that little lobby as well here too. Now in the firehouse can be the main lobby where you're going to go into. So if you invite somebody to the game, they'll basically they'll come into the lobby with you in the firehouse as well here too. And you can go ahead and start looking for a game. Now, once you actually get inside the game here, I know I'm kind of like jumping around here because there's other things in the game as well here too. Like in the alleyway, you can go in there and you can do some training and some like target practice as well here too. But the main thing is though, the game itself here. Now, like I was mentioning earlier, there's different upgrades. So you can upgrade the PKE meter. You can upgrade, your proton pack. I'm trying to think of everything else you can upgrade, and there's a lot of different things you can upgrade within the game here too, basically to add on. So let's cover some RPG elements come into play here, but very minor RPG elements. But the main game itself, the meat and potatoes of this game, is going to be the 4 Ghostbusters versus the ghost itself when you're going for the hunt if you're a ghost. Now, what the whole point of this is that there's different jobs that you can choose. There's 5 different maps. Now, I know 5 is not a whole lot, but there's 5 different maps that you can choose, and there's different jobs that you can do to basically go in there, whether you're trying to earn XP by, damaging stuff, or trying not to damage stuff, etc., etc. You can also choose side hustles, so you can choose contracts. A side hustle is basically a contract where if you choose this contract, you get more XP if you finish them as well here too. So the way to kind of level up and so forth, and it levels up pretty fast, is by getting XP. So, but the main whole objective, like I said, of the Ghostbusters is to basically not only to try to, trap the ghosts and everything as well here too, but mainly when you first jump in, you're going to use your PKE meter, you're going to go around, you're going to examine the areas, you're going to collect spores and funguses that you can collect and upgrade and so forth within or you can kind of build your XP up within the firehouse. But again, though, you're going to go around with your PKE meter, you're going to look for different ghosts, you're going to find different kind of objects and such as well here too. But the main thing you're looking for, there's 3 different rifts. Now, you have to basically destroy these rifts because this is where the ghosts spawn from. You have to destroy these 3 rifts, and once you do that, then you're able to actually trap the ghost. Now, you can trap the ghost in the meantime, and basically what that does, it just resets the ghost and puts him back, and he comes back out of the rift again. But kind of buys you some time as well here, so you can try to destroy these rifts and so forth. Now, if you're playing, and like I said, once you actually, destroy these rifts, you can capture and trap the ghosts, and that's how you win. So, but the whole object of the ghosts anyways is that they are on the hunt. So they actually spawn into the game, and their whole object is to go around and haunt different things. So they have like a haunt ability that they can use as well here too. They also have an ultimate, Slimer has like a tornado thing he can do where you can slime, the Ghostbusters. But basically the whole idea for the ghost is to go around, haunt the building, to level up that haunt meter, scare the individuals as well too. There's different NPCs that are running around, and this is what I kind of thought was really weird. There's different NPCs running around inside the actual different maps and so forth. And you can scare them, they'll run out of the building and so forth, and they panic. But if you're a Ghostbuster, you have to try to calm these people down. So you can walk up, hold X, and you'll be able to interact with these NPCs and kind of calm them down, which is kind of cool, but kind of weird, I should say, because it kind of works like if you're trying to repair the generators and like Dead by Daylight, where it's kind of like a nice little system like that, where it's a circle and you have to hit like RT at a certain time. If you miss it, then you scare them, you spook them. But again, no, it's kind of weird, but interesting. But anyways, though, the whole point of the ghost is to pretty much scare the hell out of everybody and to haunt the whole entire building before you get captured. So, but there's different abilities, different minions that you can drop on them as well too, to kind of slime them and kind of distract them so you can get away and continue your haunt. So again, though, it is a 4v1 situation here. If you are into those type of games, then I think you're really going to enjoy this. If you are a huge Ghostbusters fan, you're going to have fun. Even though the real Ghostbusters not in here, you're your own character. I mean, yes, like I said, Winston and Ray are in this game, but you're not the original Ghostbusters or anything along those lines, or even the kids from the Afterlife movie as well too. You're your own Ghostbuster, which you can create your own character, which I actually really do like. This is not really a spoiler, it kind of is, but there is, the story kind of picks up from Afterlife. So again, if you've seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, there's lots of cool Easter eggs in the game as well here too, from the original movies and from Afterlife itself. But long story short though, guys, that's kind of the gist of the game here. I will say this, I'm having a blast playing it. Do I think this is a great game, an amazing game? No, I would never use that term to describe this game. I would definitely say it's fun. It's a fun game. It gets a little repetitive after a while because really there's not a whole lot you can do as far as upgrading and so forth. There's some upgrading. There's only 5 maps. But basically the whole idea is it's not so in-depth like how Friday the 13th is and so forth as well here too. It's more along the lines of Predator and such. So, but again though, it's a fun time, especially if you have friends to go on there, have someone be the ghost, have other people be the Ghostbusters, and just have a blast just playing around and trying to capture the ghost. So again, my personal opinion, yes, I think this game is worth the price tag at only $40. It's definitely worth that. I definitely think so in my opinion anyways here. So, let me know down below what you guys think here. If you have any questions, let me know as well here too. I know I kind of went kind of fast, but I don't want to spend too much time here kind of discussing that. I kind of want to just give you guys my general idea, our general thoughts, and give you an idea of what I thought of the game itself here, whether I think you should pick it up. So for me, yes, for the price I got $40. If you're into the 4v1 Predator versus Prey type of games, it's definitely a lot of fun, especially if you are a Ghostbusters fan. So make sure you guys like the video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. and make sure you turn that bell notification to keep up to date with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy gaming.
Drops away. Ripley, ghost concealed. All in all, a couple days' work.